champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed.
Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Cause I ain't like it, okay, yeah, then I hit that. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Set to kick off.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And that lands in the end zone, so the opening drive will begin at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
57. Mike, 57. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Go. Check three. Check three.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch you hate, watch them learn. Can't relate, watch you stir. Out the mud, out the dirt, or butter water.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Mike, 53.
From the gun, it's Haskins. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5. Now Gordon. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
On the carry.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
He was
6 yards there. First down, L.A.
A gain of 6.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
On the tackle.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Eagles.
We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
10. At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Fresh off the pick-6, it's Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick-6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Let's put that team on the hook. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Here we go. No. He's checking. He's tripping.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Eagles 20. Rams nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming.
And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's get this. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
First down carry here for Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come on, QB, come on. 57. Mike, 57.
Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. 53. I'm trying to collect. Shit.
Here's Haskins to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
That's another.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Tighten up.
On first down, it's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
I got you, boy. Check 13.
Mostert. And some room to roam now. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. He completes it to Tate. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Pick up a 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds a man right there. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Ben, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Gano for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Eagles 34. Rams nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Number 25.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Now Brown. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check the hot read. Under 10, under 10, 10. Big edge, big edge, big edge. Check. Swing.
Throwing again. Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Adrian Claiborne in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Check, 53's Mike. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. 53's the Mike. 53, check 53. Here we go, here we go. Hustle. Go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Tate. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Here's Mostert. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the Rams' 48-yard line.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57, Mike, 57. Exit. 57's the Mike. Mark 57. 18 ready. 18 ready. 57 to Mike. 57.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Haskins not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for this.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 56. Right here. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go, D. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Yeah. Lost the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
Fourth down, here's Haskins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a...
They got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Los Angeles.
Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump. Watch 36. Hey, smash. I know he ain't got it. On the ball, now.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Airing it out deep for Woods. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
No, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. 22 yards there, a first down.
At the 43-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
53 to Mike. 53. Check.
Third down. Here's Haskins. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Right here, right here.
Zoom, zoom. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Not today, you are. Not today. Check 43. One switch.
Now Haskins on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They still alive. I'm feeling like real. I feel like a prince. I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills. Cause I was a blessed with no one who failed. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex and go to chill. I'm making a flip, but like it's a flick.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Watch the secret.
To throw again. Haskins. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Intercepted.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a round. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Rams take over 1st and 10. At their own
set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
2nd and 5 now. Tannehill. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And my goodness, another interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Yet again, Haskins is intercepted. Third time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. The 40, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they have been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick six.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Makes the score Eagles 34, Rams 7. Dan Bailey set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the 31, Haskins. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball. Switch. Check 99. Go.
Snap comes in one. Now Haskins. He's going deep for Brown. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down.
Check. Deuce. Hatch. Go. Shit. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check three. Check four.
And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. This is Mostert. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Ronald Darby brought him down. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 26-yard line.
Once again, it's Mostert. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
15-yard line.
Check.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Now Mostert. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
At the 11-yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Eagles 41, Rams 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
36. What's the run? They're running it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Woods. And some space here. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run right side with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the Rams.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. His throw caught at about the 5. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Eagles.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
3-yard line.
They'll run with Mostert. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we took 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
1st and 10. Rams' 16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Tannehill. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Rams first down.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now Gordon on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
C.J. Mosley on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the gun, it's Haskins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Mike 57.
From the gun, Haskins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all the great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes too strong as he's in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Their own 31-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Check 24. Check over.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the Rams' 48-yard line.
57, Mike 57. Watch the backer, watch the backer. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Motion.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Watch twist. Watch the
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Haskins going to try to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to the running game with Mostert. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
3 yards.
They'll run with Mostert, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 33. 36 yards on the play.
1st down, Rams.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Gordon. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it here with Gordon, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So that'll back them up 5. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away.
4-yard attempt.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw caught here by Bird. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
2nd down and 3.
48.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Intended for Marquise Brown. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Haskins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score, Eagles 62.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, They make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Can I kick it? Even with a sprain.